Will the court give a temporary order of custody during a divorce case? Well, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. Today, we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. So will the court give a temporary custody order or order a temporary custody agreement during a divorce? Well, the answer is yeah, probably. You got to remember your average divorce case with children is going to take a minimum of 6 months by statute, probably between 6 to 12 months. Even if there's no divorce, but it's a custody case, it could take many months. So while we have mom and dad fighting over the custody, who gets it? I mean, particularly in a situation where somebody's living in a different house. Now we have two households. So, it's really a question of making a custody order. When both parties are fighting over custody, but they both live together, the court can say, well, maintain the status quo. That means that the kid stays in the house, and who's to say if mom has custody or if dad has custody? Both have custody. Neither have custody. What's the difference if they're living in the same place? But if mom and dad are already in separate households, it becomes very relevant. Who's got the custody? Who's got the parenting time? How are we splitting this? Are we going 1 week on, 1 week off, 3 days, 4 days, 4 days, 3 days, 5, 2, 2, 5? How do we do this? Will the court order something in the interim to resolve the conflict? Well, I have custody. Well, no, you don't. Who says I have custody? Court will resolve it by issuing a temporary order, typically at the start, that will assist in monitoring and in leveling off the chaos in the short run. The court doesn't want the parties fighting. The court wants to make a temporary order. And that temporary custody order may say the parties have joint physical custody as a temporary order. Now, what's interesting about that is it's only temporary. Only temporary means it is contemplated that there will ultimately be a final order. But remember one thing, the final order may radically change the temporary order, may change it a little bit, may keep it exactly the same, or may strip one party of custody and give it to the other. That's what the final order can do. You have to realize, though, that there is a little bit of legal inertia that goes along once there's a temporary order. The court, the first thing it does when it makes a new order is look, well, what was my old order? Can I just make that old order the new order? Do I have to revise it? Do I have to change the circumstance? Is that working? If it's working, why not keep it as the final order? If it's not working, we have to change it. So remember, don't just agree to a temporary order on the basics that it might change later, because the court might say, well, look, this is what's been working. I'm inclined to keep it the way it is. So if there are problems, certainly don't agree to a temporary order. The court does move quickly when there's kids involved. So the court is inclined to try and get the parties to either agree on a temporary order or order one without agreement. So my point is like this. The court is going to take immediate steps to settle disputes and to stop the chaos. So when things start, oftentimes there's a lot of jockeying for position, a lot of litigation. The court's going to try and close that down by use of a temporary order. And the court's going to say, until further order of the court, I order that dad have physical custody, but the parties share decision making. Or I order mom have physical, or mom and dad share joint custody until further order of the court. Don't be surprised if they do that, because unless there's abuse or something going on that's irregular, the court does tend to favor both parents shouldering that burden. And custody is, they got to take responsibility. One person didn't have this kid without the other. This was a virgin birth. Both parties participated in the raising of this child, and they should continue to do so. And the court has a mindset that it should be joint. But that mindset could be rebutted by showing that joint won't work. The parties can't get along. Or one party is an irresponsible parent or a drug addict or an alcoholic. So these things play a role. But will the court immediately try to get a temporary order? You're darn right it will, because it's going to try to at least settle what's going on and work from a position of strength rather than a position of chaos. So if there's anything going on in the beginning, the court is going to try and stabilize matters. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.
248-58